"40 years ago, VW created something of a legend. With this, the first Golf GTI really started the hot hatch revolution."
The GTI was initially developed by a small group of engineers in Wolfsburg in their spare time, and the first prototype was based on a Scirocco, with a loud exhaust and extremely firm suspension. They toned it down a bit for the version they presented to the VW board and added the GTI badge, GT for Gran Turismo and the I for the Bosch fuel injection that was added to the Audi A8 engine.
Getting in one today down this amazing piece, twisting B road, it feels, well, still really good fun actually. It's kind of, some of the ergonomics are a bit odd. This seat feels a bit like sort of an old mattress really, but it means it holds you quite well because the bolsters are still there. And the gear lever, I have to sort of drop my shoulder every time like that. I know I'm tall, so you'd think it's a long way away, but I have the arms of an orangutan, so therefore it's all in proportion somehow. The steering is unassisted, so at low speeds it's obviously incredibly heavy, but then as soon as you get going it becomes wonderfully light. And although you have to give the suspension a little bit of, well, a bit of care, you kind of want to treat the bump stops with a bit of respect, every bit. The balance of the car is really, really nice. Throw it into a corner and it just behaves somehow. There are a few little quirks to the way it drives. The gearbox is sort of set on a slant, so the first time you go from third to fourth you think it might be going back actually and having a go at second. It's not, you get used to it. The brakes, well, yeah, things have come on a bit in 40 years, I have to say. It's a bit like, well, you sort of feel like you won't have more effect if you just sort of stamped on the carpet and crossed your fingers a bit. They work eventually though, thankfully. The eagle-eyed amongst you will have spotted that this is actually not strictly a Mark 1, it's sort of a Mark 1.5 because this has got the 1.8 litre engine in it, so it's a bit more torquey and it's slightly quicker to 60 miles an hour, 8.3 seconds. I really like this thing. It might not have any brakes and suspension might be quite long. It's really light on its feet. And I love this glass house, and this seating position is, well, rubbish really for somebody of my height, but there's just something lovely at the balance of it. On a road like this, a little narrow road across the moorland, it's a proper step back in time. You know, there's nothing out here to tell me that it's not 1976, frankly.
It just looks so dinky out here on the moorland roads of North Wales. Yet the Giugiaro styling still has an impressively modern sharpness to the lines.
Of course, with it being 40 years since the Golf GTI was first introduced, VW decided that they ought to celebrate it somehow. And what better way to blow out the candles than this? Welcome to the GTI Clubsport Edition 40. This is going to be my long-termer at DRIVETRIBE for the next few months, so we'll try and bring you lots of updates, but we thought we'd do a bit of an intro with it and tell you just how it compares to the original. For starters, I'm a lot further away, as you can probably tell, because it's an awful lot bigger in here, and I'm sitting much lower and I can actually reach the gear lever. It weighs, well, about half a tonne more than that original GTI, but the power is obviously considerably more as well. It's got 258 pounds-foot of torque and 261 brake horsepower. However, that goes up to 286 brake horsepower for up to 10 seconds with an overboost function. Why only 10 seconds? Well, let's face it, if you're on the throttle hard, flat out for more than 10 seconds, then you're probably not in the UK. Perhaps the clearest link to the original GTI is the gear knob down here, which has the same golf ball dimpled pattern on it, so it feels remarkably similar to hold actually. As similar as the gear knob is, the steering wheels couldn't be more difficult. I love this one. Wrapped in Alcantara is one of the best steering wheels out there at the moment, I think. But you can't help but notice, while there was a lot of room on the original wheel for buttons, there weren't any. apart from the horn. This, well, there must be computer game controllers out there with fewer buttons on than this. So I'll have to let you know after a few months of living with it whether I've actually got used to it and whether my thumbs have become extra dexterous.
Although in some respects the 40 intervening years have dragged these two designs so far apart that they appear to be from totally different breeds, there are plenty of detailed similarities. The black side stripes, the red pinstripes around the grille, even the wheels, though as different in design as size, both seem to have a P incorporated into their designs. There are still McPherson struts up front, but the twist beam rear has been replaced with an independent multi-link setup. Of course, the current car has the option of a DSG box too, and the 0 to 62 mph time has dropped to just 6.3 seconds, while top speed has risen to a limited 155 miles an hour.
As well as the extra power, obviously the Golf GTI now is, well, it's rather better at dealing with this sort of road. The damping is just brilliant on this, I have to say. And you can really attack the road in a way that you have to be quite dainty in the old car, whereas this, well, feels like it's made for it. It's just superb. It's the sort of road that would tie a supercar in knots, yet this really relishes this sort of road. Altogether, it's thoroughly modern, but with just enough of a hint of the original to feel like there's a connection down through those 40 years.
The hot hatch might have moved on in 40 years, but in their own way each feels very at home on these almost timeless roads. I doubt this wild tarmac will have changed much in another 40 years, but I wonder what sort of hot hatch will be built to tackle it in 2056, and to celebrate 80 years of the Golf GTI.